Welcome to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, where we don't give a damn about scripts or soft-ass storylines. This is where the truth gets body slammed and the bullshit gets buried. We're talking real heat, real talk, and the moments that made you jump off the damn couch and scream. Wrestling is F***kin wild again. From pipe bombs to shoot fights, botches to bloodbaths, we cover it all with the volume up. The gloves off. This ain't sports entertainment. This is a goddamn fight club with a podcast feed. So tag in, shut up and hold on, because we're coming in hot, stiff, and louder than a super kick in church. This is the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Uncooked, uncorked, and censored. Let's again go.
What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, The Hot Commodity Ant C, and today I'm diving into AEW Dynamite from July 23rd, 2025, live in Chicago, Illinois. My own Hot Commodity is here with me.
What's up?
Ant will be jumping in here and there to give his thoughts on this episode of Dynamite. But let's dive in. MJF confronts the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page backstage. Backstage, Adam Page tells MJF that he's a gutless coward. And basically, MJF now has that contract where it's like the Money in the Bank. He can cash in. And he basically tells him that he's just gonna challenge him for it. Adam Page is like, you're too much of a coward to do it straight on. We then see the world champion Adam Page taking on Wheeler Yuta in a non-title match. Yuta attacks before the bell and dives onto Page on the floor. Page hits a springboard clothesline and tosses Yuta into the railing. Page then hits a buckshot lariat and defeats Wheeler Yuta here. After, Hangman grabs a steel chain and wraps it around Yuta's neck, attacking Yuta, and Yuta is bleeding really badly here. Page is getting revenge for his friend Colt Cabana's attack last week on Collision. But some gory stuff here to open up Dynamite. Not a lot of action here between the two, but Yuta definitely got fucked up afterwards. We find out that we are going to have a AEW Tag Team Title qualifying tournament. And the first round match, we have FTR with Stoke taking on Jet Speed. Stoke comes out with a crutch after the spear from Adam Copeland last week. Jet Speed dives onto FTR on the floor. Mike Bailey backdrops Dax Harwood on the ramp. Jet Speed hit a double missile drop kick. Dax rams Kevin Knight's leg across the post, and then Dax applies a sharpshooter. Wheeler applies a sharpshooter to Mike Bailey on the floor. Bailey hits a springboard moonsault to FTR on the floor. And then Mike Bailey backdrops Cash Wheeler over the railing and dives over railing onto Cash. But then FTR ends up rolling up Kevin Knight and Stoke uses the crush for leverage. I'm all fucked up today. So FTR gets the win here in this match. After Stoke says Adam Copeland should be in prison for hurting him last week, Adam Copeland is a loser and he's a cancer to AEW. Adam Copeland comes out and says, I forgot that I can't come near you guys, but I made a deal with some people who are willing to come down in there and deal with you for me. And that's when the AEW Tag Team Champions Hurt Syndicate and MVP come out, and the Hurt Syndicate and FTR brawl until guards separate the team. This could be the tag team title match that we'll see, but FTR needs to win this tournament. I was surprised to see Adam Copeland hire the Hurt Syndicate because they're a heel team, but I guess they're kind of playing like the old school APA where if you hire them, they don't care. They'll do it for you.
I'm kind of thinking that we're going to get Adam Copeland and Christian.
Hopefully. Well, Copeland said last week that he doesn't want to work with Christian. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Ring of Honor television champion Nick Wayne's backstage and says that they will show what they're capable of while being uncaged. JON MOXLEY and Marina Shafir give a promo. Moxley says Hangman fought for his life at All In. By the end of the night, we'll see what Hangman has to say. Will Ospreay comes out. Ospreay says, after surgery, I should be back by Forbidden Door. Adam Page, I will be I will be working for that rematch. The Death Riders, I'm coming for each of you fuckers. And then Swerve celebrates with Ospreay on the ramp. This is done really poorly. It made it look like Ospreay was going to be out for a long time, but he's going to be back in a couple of weeks. But Ospreay definitely is sending a message to the Death Riders. MJF is talking to MVP backstage and he's upset with the Hurt Syndicate. And that's when Bobby Lashley grabs MJF by the throat and tosses him into the lockers, saying, I want you out of the Hurt Syndicate. And now MJF is on an island by himself, and we'll see how that works out for him.
Was there something that led up to that?
He was just like complaining and bitching to MVP, and Lashley got pissed. AEW Women's Champion Timeless Toni Storm defeats Billie Starkz after applying a sleeper. After Billie hits Toni in the back with the AEW Women's Championship, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena hits Toni with the clipboard that holds her women's title contract, rams Toni into the ring steps, and then lays out Toni again with the clipboard until Alex Windsor runs out and makes the save. Don't know much about her aside from her being Ospreay's husband, but I am looking forward to Athena versus Toni Storm when that match officially happens. We then see Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana taking on Hechichero, I can't pronounce his name, with Don Callis. Swerve hits a 450 splash for a 2 count, and then hits Lance Archer attacks Swerve, so Swerve wins by DQ. After Brody King and the Ring of Honor champion Bandido make the save, Okada then hits Swerve Strickland in the back with a steel chair shot. Swerve hits a headbutt, goes for a house call, but Okada runs off, and Swerve wants the unified champion Okada. And we'll probably see that match at Forbidden Door London. MJF comes out next, and MJF says, let me explain something. I don't need Bob to help me get back my title. Adam Page, you're a coward. I'm going to beat you fair and square. Mark Briscoe comes out, and MJF says, no one cares about Mark Briscoe. Your brother would be worth my time, but not you. And then Briscoe attacks MJF. We then get our main event, Mark Briscoe versus Claudio Castagnoli. Darby Allin appears in the crowd during the match. Mark hits a flying elbow drop off the desk to the floor, and then a blockbuster off the railing onto Claudio. And then Mark rose up Claudio to get the win. After Marina chop blocks Mark Briscoe, and then Mox and Yuta come out. Moxley says Hangman is not the champion yet. That's when Hangman Adam Page comes out and challenges Jon Moxley for the title match next week in Chicago again for Dynamite. Page says everyone but the referee should be banned from ringside. Mox agrees, and we're going to have a rematch here. Who do you think is going to win that match?
I'm pretty sure Hangman's going to keep. I mean, yeah, we'll keep the belt. I mean, it would have been kind of dumb to give him the belt for 2 weeks. So, and the other thing I was going to say about MJF and what's his name, the hillbilly guy,
Mark Briscoe.
He's not saying anything that bad. He's saying that the brother was better than him, and the brother's dead. It's not like he's saying the dead brother was like a scumbag.
Yeah, well, he said that a couple weeks ago, so it's like he's upset. But I do hear you. He didn't say anything really.
I just feel like it would be kind of like more. It would have been like more of a story if he was like fighting for his brother's name, but he's not really saying anything bad about the brother.
I agree with you. Well, decent episode of Dynamite. I really like the arena that they're in. It's giving me like old school, really like Mexican vibes. But really nothing crazy. I'm not a huge fan of AEW, but what the fuck? I'm going to cover it for the show. We do have AEW Forbidden Door London coming at the end of August. We've got NXT.
Is that at Wembley?
I don't know. Maybe. We have NXT Heatwave also at the end of August. This weekend we have WWE SummerSlam. We're going to be covering SmackDown and Raw. We just watched Attitude Year's Armageddon 2000. We'll be dropping a recap of that. So until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.